Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alright, so today's look is going to be a sunset look inspired. And as always, I've already started off with my eyebrows and I've already primed my eyelids. I used my e.l.f. concealer in the shade Light, and I went over that to set it with the Airspun Loose Setting Powder. Alright, so I'm going to go with my Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and this is the original palette. I'm going to use the yellow shade, and we're just going to use this shade for our transition. I decided to do a voiceover because in the video I did do a lot of rambling and it was kind of hard to edit everything out, so I just thought a voiceover would be easier. And unfortunately, most of the brushes that I'm using, I do not know the name because they're pretty old, and so the name of course is rubbed off, so I do apologize in advance. But as you can see right now, I'm just taking some pink pretty glittery tape just to kind of help me with that sharp edge clean look. And this tape I did get from Walmart, Wally World. I'm just going to go back in and I'm trying to get this yellow shade as pigmented as possible because we do not want this shade to disappear once we move on to our next shade. And I'm just using back and forth motions to apply my eyeshadow. Alright, so I do know the name of this brush because this one's fairly new. I'm going to take my Morphe M518 brush, and I'm going to go back in with that Take Me to Brazil palette, and I'm going to use the orange in that palette to follow up behind the yellow. And with this orange, it's going to be right below the yellow shade, but yet again above the crease line. And once again, this is the Morphe M518 brush. This is actually probably the only brush that I actually have numbers on because like I said, it is fairly new. And I'm in love with these Morphe brushes. It has changed my life. So in love that I probably have most of their Morphe brushes. For every Morphe brush I have another one. So I was a little upset about the pigmentation coming out from the Take Me to Brazil palette. It wasn't as pigmented as previously. So I just decided to delve into my Morphe 3502 palette for the red shade. And I'm going to use this shade in my crease line. I'm just going back and forth motions. And once I get that desired pigmentation, I will go back in with my Morphe M518 brush with the orange shade to help blend it out so we won't have any harsh lines. Now for the BH Cosmetics Festival palette, I'm going with the shade Swag, that purple. And the brush that I'm using is from the ABH palettes. You know how when you buy the palette, you get the brush. It's one of those brushes. I'm going to take the fluffier side of that brush, and I'm just going to use that to help smoke out my outer eye just a little bit. I'm going to smoke it out, start in the outer lid. I'm just going to drag it in just a little bit. Alright, and now I'm going to go in with that same palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Wicked, and that's that glittery purple shade. And I'm going to use the opposite side of the ABH brush, and I'm just going to use that to apply the shade. And I want to apply that majority pretty much in the middle, towards the inner and the middle. You'll see me go back in and try to blend out the red so I can make sure it's still popping, but I do go back and add more purple. And you'll see that in the next clip. Alright, so after I've added the purple, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up this look a little bit. And I'm going to go with my MAC Fix Plus setting spray just to help set my eyes before I start on my face. I'm just going to pan it a little bit. Alright guys, so on to the next step. I am using my favorite lashes from Eylure, the Vegas Nail line, and this is the Platinum Princess, my favorite lashes. I always do my lashes off camera because it's always a struggle. Always. And I'm just going to go with my LA Girl Pro Primer. And I'm going to use that primer all over my face. And I love this primer, guys. It gives me that nice blank smooth finish. Alright, so I'm going to take my Milani foundation. This is the shade 11 Amber. And this is, y'all, this is absolutely my favorite drugstore foundation. Like, I fell in love with this foundation. To me, I feel like this foundation is full coverage. And it's long lasting. And, like, it's, like, perfect. Like, perfect. Like, the undertones, it fits my skin so well. And of course, I sat down and forgot that I needed a damp beauty blender. So I have my mist that I use for my hair. I just use that to little spritz. Y'all, that is actually like the best thing ever. If you keep one of those beside you, so every time you forget, you just mist, and then you sit. And I am using dabbing motions, not sweeping motions to blend. Blending is key, as we all know. And I do like to blend it a little bit down towards my neck, so we can kind of get like a flawless, like seamless from like sometimes like I know people's necks are different colors than like their actual like jawline. So I just want to make sure everything blends together seamlessly. And we're still blending. Like I said, blending is key. The better you blend, the better you will have the look turn out. So I'm going to go with my NARS concealer, and this is the shade Medium Dark Biscuit. And here I'm just explaining that for your concealer, you need to know you go one shade lighter than your foundation if you just want to conceal those dark circles. But if you want to brighten that under eye, I would suggest going 2 shades lighter than your foundation. 3 shades would just be pushing it like to the max. But I mean, if that's what you want to do, then hey, by all means, do you, boo, do you. So I'm going to blend it out with the Real Techniques Beauty Blender. And we're just blending, because blending is key. And dabbing motions. And next I'm going to go with my Makeup Revolution setting powder. And I'm going to use the Banana. This is the shade Banana. And this setting powder doesn't give me any flashback. I haven't received any flashback. And it's really inexpensive, guys. I believe it retails for $8. I'm going with my Becca bronzer. Y'all, I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm not going to even attempt. So I'm just going to leave the name on the screen for you below, so y'all can figure it out. And I use this bronzer as like a contour bronzer, all-in-one type of thing for me. And I'm going to go back, follow that up with my Tarte blush in the shade Feisty. This is my go-to blush. I just love this shade. It's so pretty. Alright, and then my highlighter, y'all, the favorite part. It's going to be the ABH Sun Dip Glow Palette, as well as the Becca Prosecco Pop. These two right here is magical. I'm going in with the BH Cosmetics Festival in the shade Spirit. I'm going to use that for my inner lids, just to kind of give a little, you know, pizzazz. And I'm going to go in my NYX Jumbo Pencil, the shade Cobalt. I'm going to use that for my waterline. And in that same BH Cosmetics Festival palette, that blue that's in the palette, I think it's called Trance. I'm just going to go in to kind of help set the Cobalt shade, as well as to help make it pop just a tad bit more. And I was a little happy about the look, how it was turning out. It was, you know. Alright, and as we all know, our Holy Grail setting spray for us beauty gurus is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And I'm going to follow that up with my MAC Fix Plus Setting Spray. And I'm just going to fan it, fan it, fan it. And I'm going to pick up this palette because it's going to help me fan a little bit faster. Now, what I have come to learn is that when applying my mascara, it must be after doing my setting spray. If I do it before, I'm going to have some irritation towards my eyes, and I cannot go out throughout the day with that because it just irritates my eyes. My eyes start to water. It's honestly annoying, especially after, you know, we beat and slay our faces. We don't want that. So I just do it after I do my setting spray, and then it helps with the irritation and the watering of the eyes. And I'm using the Katy Perry Cat Eye mascara. This is a really good mascara, y'all. She does also have the shade in blue if you like blue mascara. And here I was trying to decide if I wanted to do a blue look, you know, to be a little bit more bolder, or if I just wanted to settle it down with the nude. So for my bold people out there who want to do it all, I'm going to show you the blue shade, and the blue ones are going to be the Smashbox Iced Out and the NYX Cosmic Metals Collection Comet's Tail. And then later on in the clip, you'll see that I did a nude look, which is the Tarte Delish and the NYX Liquid Suede Sandstorm. These are both so pretty colors, and I just couldn't decide, so. Alright guys, well that is the finished look for this. I really hope you enjoyed this look. Don't forget, of course, as always, please like, comment, subscribe, and yes, of course, hit that notifications button so you'll be notified when I post another video. Alright, thank you again.